Good afternoon, everyone. This is a new chapter now. We are going to split up this book in three different chapters. One is sound waves, next is wave motion, and next is stationary waves. Now, first I am going to do wave motion actually, because once you know what is wave motion, then you come across different categories of waves, and then sound comes under the category of longitudinal waves. So once you know what is wave motion, it will be very easy for you to understand. Now, first of all, a quick revision of what we did in the previous class. I just started with wave motion last time, I remember, but let us take it as a fresh start only. Wave motion is the mode of transfer of energy from particle to particle of the medium without the actual migration of the particles. That means energy is transferred, momentum is transferred, but matter is not transferred. For example, if I say, give this book to the last bench student, so this student psychologically knows कि मेरे पीछे कोई स्टूडेंट बैठा है या तो बैठिए, उसको भी पता है मेरे पीछे कोई बैठा है या तो बैठिए. So they will simply pass on the book to the neighbor, right? That will pass on the book to the neighbor. इसका मतलब only the book is moving, not the student himself or herself. It is something similar to conduction. In conduction, we heat the rod, right? Initially we feel normal, then we feel warm, then we feel hot, then we feel very hot, and then we can't hold the rod. That means energy is moving from particle to particle of the medium. So what must be happening inside? Atoms over here, they absorb energy first, they vibrate, they keep some energy with themselves, pass on the energy to the neighbors, and so on. So wave motion is the same thing, right? For example, I am talking to you. So the sound wave is going from me to you. So I am the source of sound and you are the listener, you are the receiver, you are the on a receiving end. Means what? When I start speaking something, the surrounding air will be compressed, rarefied, compressed, rarefied, compressed, rarefied. And the sound wave will come to you. So the medium over here plays the role of courier service. That means it takes the wave from me to you. But the medium itself is not getting displaced permanently, right? It takes the wave from me, right? And then the medium gets divided into compressions, rarefactions, compressions, rarefactions. Means what? Means what? Sound wave is the example of longitudinal wave. So over here, the particles of the medium come close, then they go away, then they again come close, then they again go away, then they again come close. So the place where they are scattered is called rarefaction. The place where they are compressed together, that is called compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, compression. That means in this zone, compression, the pressure will be high and the density also will be high. P is 1/3 rho c square. Right over here, the pressure will be low, density will be low. Right? So the medium is getting divided into alternate compressions and rarefactions. But once the wave is gone from me to you, the medium comes back to the original to take the next wave. That means the medium should be elastic in nature. Point number one. The medium should have inertia, because if the medium is having inertia, then only it can store energy. And if it can store energy, then only it can transfer energy from me to you. Right? And the medium should have minimum frictional resistance. In the sense, I am talking to you right now. Medium between you and me is air. Density is 1.29 kilogram per meter cube. But if somebody is standing outside this classroom, right, then that person will not be able to hear me with the comfort which you are able to hear me. Reason, medium between you and me is air, but medium between me and that person is solid medium in between. That means a lot of energy will be absorbed over here. So the medium should have minimum frictional resistance. After that, we discuss different terms associated with the wave, which we had discussed in oscillation chapter also, like amplitude. It is the maximum displacement of the oscillating particle or vibrating particle. Then time period, it is the time taken by the particle to complete one wave. So there we used to talk about SHM. Now it is going to become SHP. Thereafter we spoke about frequency, number of waves completed per unit time. Thereafter you spoke about wave number also, number of waves completed per unit length. Thereafter wave velocity. Wave velocity is lambda upon capital T, या तो frequency into wavelength. Wave velocity and particle velocity are not the same. Particle velocity is omega under root a square minus x square, where x was displacement. Yes or no? Whereas wave velocity was f lambda. So for a given wave, if the medium is not changing, that means there are many parameters which won't change. Like amplitude will not change, time period will not change, frequency will not change, Wave velocity, which is lambda by t, will not change. Yes or no? But particle velocity will differ from particle to particle, such that at a mean position the particle velocity is maximum, and at extreme positions the particle velocity is zero. Yes or no? Last time beta yahan tak kiya tha hum logon ne. Now we continue. Very 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 interesting, I would not say chapter, very interesting book, pura book hi very interesting, very very scoring. Okay, I am going to divide this in three parts. One is wave motion, approximately 4 lectures. Next is stationary waves, around 4 to 5 lectures, and then sound waves, 1.5 to 2 lectures. Book over. There are many things extra given in this, repetitive actually, so I will advise you to eliminate that. There are many pages given where what are the government textbook problems, what are the solutions of that. वो बेटा ऑटोमेटिकली हम लोग जब MCQs कवर करते हैं ऑटोमेटिकली कवर हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट टेक्स्ट बुक प्रॉब्लम्स आर वे इजियर compared to what we do in MCQs, right? Like horse and miscellaneous and all, we do really tough questions. So you don't have to bother about that. Okay. So the next article, different types of a wave. First of all, they are categorized on the basis of how do they move. If they move in one dimension, for example, ray optics. The ray of light moves in one line, right? So that is one dimension. But when you talk about wave optics, it may be plane polarized wave, or it may be spherical wave, cylindrical, right? Plane wave front, so it moves in 2D or 3D. So depending on how it is moving along the axis, it is moving in a plane, it is moving in space, right? Accordingly, it is divided into 1D, 2D and 3D. I am talking to you, for example. It's not just moving in one dimension, it is moving in 2D, and suppose somebody is sitting on that person also will be able to hear me. That means it is moving in 3D. On the other hand, suppose you take a bucket of water and just drop a stone on that, then the waves which are produced, right, they are on the surface of the wave, right? That means it is in 2 dimension. Is that very clear? Sure. So one category is 1 dimensional, 2 dimensional, 3 dimensional. Second category is whether it will need medium or it will not need medium. If it needs medium, then it is mechanical wave, and if it doesn't need medium, that means electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves, for example, light comes under the category of transverse electromagnetic wave. Transverse electromagnetic wave. अभी बेटा आप लोगों का already electrostatics हो चुका है, magnetism हो चुका है. So on the basis of that, we can prove one very simple result. 1/4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 raised to 9. On the other hand, mu naught upon 4 pi is 10 to the power minus 7. तो बेटा यहाँ से मुझे मिलेगा epsilon naught is 1/36 pi into 10 raised to plus 9, और यहाँ से मुझे mu naught मिलेगा 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. So when I go for the product epsilon naught into mu naught, will it be 1/36 pi into 10 to the power 9 and 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7? 4 pi by, this gives me 9. This 10 raised to minus 7 comes in the denominator, so this becomes 1/9 into 10 to the power 16. This is epsilon naught mu naught, and this is nothing but 1 square of speed of light in vacuum. And therefore, C is equal to 1/root of epsilon naught mu naught, which confirms that light is an electromagnetic wave. Light is an electromagnetic wave, so it does not require material medium. Right? Mechanical waves means those which require material medium. For example, I am talking to you, sound wave, it requires material medium. Right? Thereafter, mechanical waves are further categorized into 2, transverse and longitudinal, which I am going to talk about in depth. But the next type is progressive wave and stationary wave. What is the difference between the two? Progressive means the one which keeps moving or advancing in the medium, in forward direction. Example, I am talking to you. Okay, now my sound wave is traveling to him, her, him, last bench student. But we know that intensity is directly proportional to square of amplitude and is inversely proportional to square of distance. So as distance increases, intensity of sound decreases. Now that does not mean that wave was not moving. It is not audible to the person who is very far from me. For example, I am taking lecture over here without mic. Still the last bench student can hear me. Because we are in a limited size of classroom. But somebody standing at the Borivali station right now, even if this wave is reaching there, won't be able to understand what I am saying. Because by the time the wave reaches there, can we say the distance is really large? If this distance, highest distance of last bench student from me is say 5 meters, usse zyada hoga bhi. Right? Now somebody standing at Borivali station, the distance may be 500 meters. That means the distance becomes 100 times. That means intensity will become 1 upon 10,000, which is not audible there. Yes or no? Because it goes below the capacity of human brain and ear. So that is progressive wave. Stationary wave means what? It is confined between two fixed points. If you think about tidal waves, ocean waves, they go on and 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 on because of the gravity of the moon. Yes or no? There is no end. Because ocean for us it is really infinite actually. But what about you take water in a bucket, right? Drop a stone. Ripples will be formed. Now when these ripples are formed, now there is a boundary. So denser boundary ki wajah se, if suppose crest comes over here, then that will be reflected as trough. And if suppose trough comes, then that will be reflected as crest. Ultimately, incident wave, reflected wave. Incident wave, reflected wave. Ultimately, it will come to stop. So that is called stationary wave. Another beautiful example. Suppose you are playing instrument like guitar or sitar or violin or mandolin, some stringed instrument. There are strings fixed over here. There are multiple strings. मैंने तो एक ही बताया. Right? Now when you pluck the string, a wave will be set up. And this wave will be transverse in nature. Crest, trough, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest. Suppose ये यहाँ पे आया. ये fixed point से शुरू हुआ, ये fixed point पे आया. Now this behaves like a denser boundary. So if this was crest, this will be reflected as trough. So it will go as trough, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest. Ultimately, crest of one is facing trough of other. So they will cancel each other. Like constructive interference and destructive interference. You know that there are many things which you already know from past. For example, we know that resultant amplitude is given by a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 cos of delta under root. Yes or no? Therefore, r square will be a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 cos of delta, where delta is the phase difference. R square is deciding resultant intensity. A1 square is deciding intensity of wave number 1. A2 square is deciding intensity of wave number 2. Therefore, A1 and A2 will respectively decide root of I1, root of I2. Cos of delta. Right now, depending on what is the value of delta, will you not get constructive interference and destructive interference? Yes or no? When will you get constructive interference? When delta is like 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and so on. When delta is 2n pi by 2. Right? That means cos of delta is going to be plus minus 1. And therefore you will get R is equal to plus minus 2a. That means intensity will become 4 times. Right? And over here, when delta is 2n minus 1 ya to plus 1, pi by 2, or integral multiple of pi by 2, then can I say cos of delta will be 0. And therefore R का आंसर 0 आएगा provided मैं A1 equal to A2 लेता हूँ. Yes or no? If I take A1 equal to A2, then this will be A square plus 2 A square cos delta. क्योंकि अगर A1 और A2 सेम नहीं है तो सिर्फ थर्ड टर्म 0 हुआ, लेकिन फर्स्ट और सेकंड टर्म बच गया. तो 3 square plus 4 square, my answer will be 5. Is that very clear? But if this is 2 and if this is minus 2, they will exactly cancel each other. Did you not study this kind of pattern in light? When two waves come together like this is constructive interference, and therefore the resultant amplitude will be twice A, minus twice A, twice A, minus twice A, bright band. Right? But when one pattern comes like this, and if other pattern comes like this, right, then can we say my answer will be 0? And this will happen alternately for sure. This will happen at delta equal to 0. This will happen at pi by 2, pi and so on. Even integral or integral multiples. Yes or no? ऐसा similar pattern बेटा sound में भी आने वाला है. Right? We are going to see that when two waves, sound waves, having same amplitude but slightly different frequencies. When they superpose with each other, we are going to get alternate maxima and minima, and they are known as waxings and wanings. What do I mean by that? Mostly in the next lecture itself, I am going to introduce the mathematical version of it. What do I mean by that? Suppose मैं एक sentence बोल रहा हूँ. According to Newton's third law of motion, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Was I consistent loudness wise? मेरा loudness बढ़ नहीं रहा था, कम नहीं हो रहा था. हाँ? I repeat. According to Newton's third law of motion, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Wave number 1. Wave number 2. According to Newton's third law of motion, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. अभी मैंने इसमें loudness नहीं बढ़ाया, लेकिन मैं slow हो गया. इसका मतलब दो waves आ रहे हैं. एक wave ऐसे जा रहा है, एक wave ऐसे जा रहा है, और एक wave ऐसे जा रहा है. समझ में आ रहा है? उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी कम हो रहा है क्योंकि टाइम बढ़ रहा है. तो कोई कोई जगह पे ये फेवर करेगा, कोई कोई जगह पे ये ऑपोज करेगा, फिर ये वापिस फेवर करेगा. crest of one coming with crest of other, crest of one coming with trough of other, trough of one coming with trough of other. इधर ब्लैक और इधर ब्लैक का क्रेस्ट था और ब्लू का ट्रफ था, इधर ब्लू का क्रेस्ट आएगा, ब्लैक का ट्रफ आएगा. अगेन दे विल कैंसल. इसका मतलब फेवर, ऑपोज, favor, oppose, and so on. So here the amplitude will increase, and here the amplitude will become 0. Right? Loudness, softness, loudness, softness. That means if I combine this pattern on computer and if I try to understand the sound wave, then the sound wave will be like this. According to Newton's third law, to every action equal and opposite. Loudness is called waxing, softness is called waning. है ना? राटिया से पूछता है ना? तो क्या होगा? मैं तो उसका बोलता उसको कि वायर ही एंटरिंग फिर बता रहे हैं कुछ ऐसी. Anyways, this pattern is called waxing and waning. The loudness is called waxing and the softness is called waning. So in wave motion we are going to talk about waxings and wanings. Then we are going to talk about stationary waves, where we are going to talk about nodes and antinodes. Nodes are the points of zero amplitude and antinodes are the points of highest amplitude. तो इसमें बेटा दो बहुत ही beautiful questions पूछते हैं. One, what type of a wave is produced on the string of guitar? What type of a wave is produced on a string of guitar? Answer is transverse and stationary, because that wave is confined between two fixed points. Right? दूसरा question same, थोड़ा language अलग. When guitar is played, what is the feeling of the observer? What type of a wave? Now it is longitudinal and progressive. Because I am playing guitar on the string, transverse, stationary. But when I say what is felt by the observer, listener, that means you hear that sound, you hear that melody. Right, so that is longitudinal because it's a sound wave, and because it is coming to you, because then only you could hear it. That means for you it is longitudinal progressive, but for guitar, on the string of guitar, it is transverse and stationary. Logic समझा बेटा? Sure. So ये category समझा सबको? ये category समझा? ये category में ये category के दो types है जो अभी मैं discuss करने वाला हूँ. ये category समझा? Progressive and stationary. Now one by one. What are the differences between transverse wave and longitudinal wave? When a transverse wave is passing through the medium, the particles of the medium will form alternate positive maxima and negative maxima. They are respectively known as crests and troughs. Crests and troughs, right? Whereas when a longitudinal wave is passing through the medium gets divided into alternate compressions and rarefactions. Over here, this line is called LOP. Line of propagation, and this line is called LOV, that is line of vibration. So over here the particles vibrate perpendicular to LOP, whereas here the particles vibrate parallel to LOP, because wave ऐसे मूव हो रहा है और particles भी ऐसे ही vibrate हो रहे हैं. यहाँ पे wave ऐसे मूव हो रहा है और पार्टिकल्स ऐसे वाइब्रेट हो रहे हैं. यहाँ पे वेव ऐसे मूव रहा है, पार्टिकल्स भी वैसे ही वाइब्रेट हो रहे हैं. Is that clear? So if you put a very small element of air here, and if you put a very small element of air here, then this air particle will vibrate this way, whereas this air particle will vibrate this way. So this is perpendicular to LOP, where this is parallel to LOP. Then as I said here, the medium gets divided into alternate crests and troughs. This is compressions and rarefactions. This kind of waves can pass through solids. This kind of waves can pass through solids and sometimes on surface of liquids. Example, ocean waves. Sometimes on surface of liquids. Whereas these waves can pass through all media. These waves can pass through solids also, liquids also, gases also, but mind you, they cannot pass through vacuum. Obviously, because we are talking about mechanical waves. Thereafter, these waves can be polarized. ये सुना है बेटा? Polarization का phenomenon. Yes, this is the short test. Correct. Transverse waves can be polarized, whereas longitudinal waves cannot be polarized. What is the meaning of polarization? To vibrate in single plane. To vibrate in single plane. I'm sure बेटा आप लोगों ने लाइट के चैप्टर में ये देखा होगा. Did you see the Polaroid film? Did you see the Polaroid film? Was it like this? I want the comment from the last bench students, because if they can see this, front bench students can certainly see this. बेटा यहाँ पे मैं एक alphabet लिख रहा हूँ. Okay. Shall I write it sideways? It is fine. Okay. ये मैं इधर लिख रहा हूँ. चलो. ठीक है. Do you see this alphabet still? Yes. Okay. ये फिल्म मैं चेंज कर रहा हूँ. Okay, ये मैंने दूसरा फिल्म लिया. Do you see this alphabet still? Yes. अभी मैं एक फिल्म के ऊपर दूसरा फिल्म रख रहा हूँ, right? एक फिल्म के ऊपर दूसरा फिल्म रख रहा हूँ. Check please. Can you still see? अभी बेटा मैं इसको रोटेट कर रहा हूँ. Malus law. mu equal to tan I. ध्यान से देखो ये डार्क हो रहा है. बराबर? So this is what is happening in Polaroid glasses. This is what is happening in Polaroid glasses. When you buy Polaroid glasses, sunglasses, right, there is extra layer of protection like this, where the ultraviolet radiations are prevented to enter your eye. जब आप कोई ब्रांड खरीदोगे ना, तो यहाँ पे कंपनी का नाम होता है यूजुअली, रेबैन, अरमानी, जो भी है, और या तो फिर यहाँ पे अगर रेबैन लिखा है सिर्फ, राइट, तो नॉर्मल सनग्लासेस है. रेबैन के बाजू में छोटा सा पी लिखा है, पी. That means it's a Polaroid glass. There'll be extra cost of that, but very good for your eyes. Scientifically prepared. अगर आप मनीष मार्केट जाओगे ना, लाइन से रेबैन, बराबर? रेबैन, 150 रुपये पे ग्लास. अगर आपका बार्गेनिंग पावर अच्छा है तो 200 में दो, right? Never buy such glasses because they use very dirty quality plastic. So when these solar radiations fall on these glasses, there will be cracks on your glasses because it's a plastic, right? Now those cracks will behave like small slits, and then the phenomenon of diffraction will take place. That means when the image is formed at your retina, the image is like this. Diffraction pattern, maximum, first, secondary, minimum, and so on. That means the image is not formed properly, and therefore ultimately your numbers will start increasing, right? पहनते हो proper पहनो, scientifically prepared, या तो मत पहनो एक बार चलेगा, but otherwise this will increase the numbers, right? Polarization समझा बेटा? Next after that, velocity of a transverse wave is given by v is equal to under root t by mu. राइट बेटा, टी का मतलब होता है टेंशन क्रिएटेड इन द स्ट्रिंग, और म्यू का मतलब होता है लीनियर डेंसिटी. लीनियर डेंसिटी का मतलब होता है मास पर यूनिट लेंथ. मास पर यूनिट लेंथ. व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय दिस? इफ आई हैव अ वायर व्हिच इज से 50 सेंटीमीटर लॉन्ग and if the linear density is 1 gram per centimeter, right, then the mass of that wire will be 50 gram. कोई बुक में वो लोग ये सिंबल बेटा ऐसे देते हैं, वेलोसिटी ऑफ अ ट्रांसवर्स वेव इज गिवन बाय रूट ऑफ टी अपॉन एम. लेकिन यहाँ पे वो जो एम है ना, उसका मतलब लीनियर डेंसिटी ही है. अगर वो लोग एम यूज करते हैं तो समटाइम्स वी आर कंफ्यूज, बिकॉज वी हैव अ हैबिट ऑफ टेकिंग m as mass only. तो बेटा फिर इसको ऐसे लिख लेना m dash upon l, where m dash is the mass and m is linear density. बुक्स में वो लोग म्यू नहीं देते ज्यादातर, बुक्स में वो लोग m देते हैं, right? Where m is linear density. So to avoid the confusion, you say okay, m no problem, but let it be m dash upon l, where m dash is the mass of the wire, l is the length of the wire. So m dash upon l is linear density. Something upon length is called linear density of that thing. Something upon area is called area density या तो surface density. Best example, chapter electrostatics. उसमें जब आप long, infinitely long cylindrical conductor लेते हो, that time you're talking about linear density of charge. And then when you talk about spherical conductor or cylindrical conductor, you talk about surface density of charge. So over here, T means tension. टेंशन पे तो अभी आप लोग भर भर की क्वेश्चंस कर चुके हो. फुल न्यूटन नहीं बेटा, न्यूटन लॉज. ये सब अपना किया हुआ है, कोई टेंशन नहीं होता है लाइफ में. एकदम मस्त अच्छे से पढ़ो, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. इट इज जस्ट चेकिंग योर ब्रेन कैपेसिटी कि हाउ मच यू कैन टॉलरेट. Better the capacity, better the size. Next, mu is linear density. So this particular article talks about elasticity of shape. Elasticity of shape. But a wire is a solid thing. Solids have definite shape, definite length, definite volume, everything definite, right? Whereas this talks about elasticity of volume. Elasticity of volume, because velocity of a longitudinal wave is given by the formula v is equal to under root e by rho, where e का मतलब होता है elastic constant. Elastic constant are 3 for your syllabus: Young's modulus, bulk modulus, rigidity modulus, right? So when sound wave is passing through solids, अब वो डिपेंड करता है कि उन्होंने वायर दिया है कि स्फीयर दिया है कि क्या दिया है. अकॉर्डिंगली योर आंसर विल कम. सो दिस मेनली टॉक्स अबाउट इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ शेप, whereas this talks about elasticity of volume. That is the reason actually I have not started with sound waves first, because sound waves में बेटा ये फॉर्मूला फर्दर डिवाइड होता है कि न्यूटन was the first one to suggest this. He took E as Ki, isothermal elasticity, which is pressure. And he got the answer as 280 meters per second, which was wrong. Then he was corrected by Laplace that no, it should be Ka, adiabatic. This is gamma times P. And this answer was coming exact, 331.8 meters per second. So that's the reason I am doing sound waves afterwards. Please let me know, have you understood different types of a wave? Have you understood different categories? Have you understood mechanical waves का 2 types, transverse and longitudinal? And finally, have you understood all the properties? Sure. Before I start with the next article, which is equation of a simple harmonic progressive wave, and very very important MCQs on that, right? Please revise this part. I want you to revise page number 2, 3, 4 and 5 का half. 5 का half. Come up to longitudinal waves का properties. Meanwhile, I will keep my next article ready. Finished? Keep going on. Finished now? Okay. Very easy article. Extremely important article. Equation of a simple harmonic progressive wave. The word harmonic was representing sine function and cos function. Yaad karo. Chapter oscillation is the particle starts from mean position, right, and goes towards positive extreme. Then x is a sine omega t. If the particle starts from positive extreme and comes back to mean, x is a cos omega t. If the particle starts from mean position and goes to negative extreme, x is minus a sine omega t. If the particle starts from negative extreme, comes to mean, x is minus a cos omega t. Again, if the particle starts from here, x is a sine omega t. I am not giving you any khunnas. I am checking my eye power, whether they blink or no. Secondly, when I am angry, still I speak sense or no. So thank you very much for giving me this meditational effect. Idiot. Was I speaking properly?
Yes.
Yes, man, you can do it. So, there either sine function is coming or cos function is coming. So that is called harmonic equation. From the word SHM. Now we are moving on to the word SHP. So there we were studying 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1. 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1. Now 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1. It is going up to infinite value. That means it is simple harmonic progressive wave. Now this wave pattern is very important. मुझे एकदम अच्छे से याद है, मैंने ऑसिलेशन चैप्टर में बोला था कि when phase difference between two particles is 2 pi, when phase difference between two particles is 2 pi, that is equivalent to path difference between the same two particles as lambda, and is exactly equivalent to time difference between those two particles as t. Yes or no बेटा, याद है? चेक करो प्लीज. ये स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट एकदम स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट है, and this is displacement time graph, right? When one wave is exactly completed, do we call the length as lambda? Wavelength. Do we call the time as capital T? Period. Yes or no? And can I say this is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, this is 2 pi. Sin 0, 0, sin 90, 1, sin 180, 0, sin 270, minus 1, sin 360, 0, such that this becomes the maximum displacement, and we call this as amplitude. So, for a wave, what all things will not change? If the medium is not changing, what all things will not change? Amplitude will not change. Period will not change. Wavelength will not change. Because period did not change, frequency will not change. And finally, velocity will not change. Mind you, if the medium is not changing. For example, velocity of sound at 0 degrees Celsius is found to be 332 meters per second approximately. We also sometimes call this as Mach speed. 1 Mach speed means speed of sound. Normally this is used in defense. This is used for fighter jet planes who are going with supersonic speeds. BrahMos missile given by India to Philippines recently. It is going with 2.8 Mach speed, and it is a cruise missile. Ballistic missile means what? It goes in a projectile way, parabolic way. So it is caught by the radars. So somewhere you can go for anti-ballistic missiles and you can blast them off, right? But cruise missile means they will just go up to a certain height and then they will go parallel almost to the surface. Radars are upside, so they are not caught by the radars. So they are not detected only. Plus they are very fast. So by the time your enemy country comes to know, okay, already thrown this missile, by the time they are blasted. By the time they take some preventive measures, they are gone. That's the reason actually right now. This Palestine and all they are saying, right? Not or other countries are saying not to give. Particularly Russia is saying to the US and other countries, NATO countries, not to give long-range missiles to Ukraine, because otherwise many cities are targeted. Right now it is war between two countries. Then it may be intercontinental war. There will be groups. That's why they are saying no. Recently they have checked one missile, whose speed is said to be about 7.8 Mach speed. It is amazing piece of engineering, because by the time it is 3 Mach speed, 4 Mach speed, it is about 5,000, 6,000 kilometers per hour. Right, that is speed of sound. So when one wave is exactly completed, can we say path difference is lambda, length difference, space difference, time difference is capital T, periodic time, and phase difference is 2 pi. अब ये तो बेटा जब exact एक wave खत्म होता है तब, that means it is these 2 points, or these 2 points which are crests, or these 2 points which are troughs, or any 2 points which are in the same state of vibration. Now from this we get two formulae. From this we get two formulae. We get one formula for phase difference in terms of space and one formula for phase difference in terms of time. Means what? Lambda के लिए 2 pi, तो x के लिए कितना? This is phase difference in terms of space. And t के लिए 2 pi, तो छोटा t के लिए कितना? This is phase difference in terms of time. This is phase difference in terms of space, and this is phase difference in terms of time. What do I mean by that? I get two new formulae. Phase difference over here is a 2 pi upon lambda times x, and phase difference over here is a 2 pi upon bada t times chota t. So this is called phase difference in terms of space, and this is called phase difference in terms of time. समझा दोनों? Now very 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 important, ये दोनों फॉर्मूला में ब्रैकेट कांस्टेंट है. दोनों फॉर्मूला में ब्रैकेट कांस्टेंट है, because 2 pi is a number, cannot change, or else it is angle difference 360 degree, that cannot change. For a wave, if the medium parameters are not changing, that means lambda cannot change, and over here t cannot change. So mind you, the way we have got this as omega, likewise we call this as k, and this k is called propagation constant. What is it called? Propagation constant. That means k, which is 2 pi by lambda, is also a constant. It is called propagation constant, whereas this is anyways known to you. Omega is 2 pi by t. Yes or no? एकदम अच्छे से समझा? Further meaning of k. Also, what is the meaning of k? Mind you, k which is 2 pi by lambda, can we write this as 2 pi by t upon lambda by t divided by t, या तो multiply and divide by capital T. 2 pi by t is omega and lambda by t is wave velocity. इसका मतलब ये होगा कि propagation constant is angular velocity of the wave upon linear velocity of the wave. K is also equal to omega upon v. Mind you, wave velocity and particle velocity are different. What is wave velocity? Lambda upon t. What is wave velocity? F lambda. What is wave velocity? Omega by k. ये हो गया wave velocity. ये हो गया wave velocity. What is particle velocity on the other end? Particle velocity is v particle is omega root of a square minus अभी x नहीं बोलने का बेटा, बिकॉज x का मीनिंग कुछ और है. अभी x का मीनिंग कुछ और है. x is the distance of the particle under consideration, whereas y is the displacement of that particle. What do I mean by that? Look at the green one. I am not taking this particle at the completion of a wave or a half wave or 1/4 of wave. I am taking it randomly somewhere, right? So x is the distance of that particle, right? So when we write coordinates of p, we write this as x comma t. Where is the particle? Where is the particle? And when is the particle there? So बेटा इसको बोलते हैं टाइम कोऑर्डिनेट और इसको बोलते हैं स्पेस कोऑर्डिनेट. That means wave motion is doubly periodic. It is doubly regular. It is regular time wise also and it is regular space wise also. Does it not repeat after every regular intervals of length, that is lambda? ये एक वेव हो गया lambda, ये दूसरा वेव हो गया lambda, ये तीसरा वेव होने वाला है lambda. So lambda is called space period. Lambda is called space period and capital T is called time period, right? आइंस्टाइन कभी भी p x, y, z नहीं लिखते थे. वो हमेशा p x, y, z, t लिखते थे. Where is the particle and when is the particle there? That means space time coordinates. बाद में रिसर्च जब बहुत आगे बढ़ा, he started writing fifth coordinate also. x, y, z, t, g. Because my experiments are not limited for Earth. My experiments are for infinite space. So their gravity will differ from place to place. So you have to take into account what is gravity also over there. Logic समझा बेटा? Now very important thing coming up. Very important. एकदम ध्यान से सुनना. This is the first particle which gets disturbed. It passes on energy to the neighbor. So the neighbor goes here. That passes on neighbor energy to here. That means the energy keeps getting transferred. Ultimately, when energy reaches this point, can I say that time this will start vibrating? Yes or no? ये जब एनर्जी इसको देगा, that time it will start vibrating. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये वाइब्रेशंस में हमेशा इससे आगे है और ये वाइब्रेशन में हमेशा इससे आगे है. कितना आगे? This is ahead of this by 2 pi. मैंने फेस पूछा बेटा, फेस टाइम. This is ahead of this by 2 pi again. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि as the wave advances in the medium, as the wave progresses in the medium, as the wave moves in the medium, along positive x direction, along positive x direction. This part is very important. Along positive x direction. Very important comment. There is a phase lag of 2 pi. There is a phase lag of 2 pi at the completion of the wave. Right? लेकिन अगर completion of the wave नहीं है तो mind you that phase is 2 pi x by lambda. Here you are. इसका मतलब समझो बेटा. Try to understand this. Okay? Concentrate on this. He's the first particle, right? I will give one pen to him, right? The moment second pen is ready in my hand, he will pass on this pen to the next student to receive this pen. मतलब at a time इसके हाथ में एक ही पेन होना चाहिए. Okay? बराबर 4 पेन दिया मैंने. अब ध्यान से सुनो. अब ध्यान से जब इसके पास फर्स्ट पेन था, ये तीनों के पास एक भी पेन नहीं था, क्योंकि ये जब पेन देगा तो मिलेगा ना. जब मैंने इसको सेकंड पेन दिया, इसके पास फर्स्ट पेन है, वो दोनों के पास 0 है. बाद में मैंने जब इसको थर्ड पेन दिया, इसको सेकंड पेन मिला, उसको फर्स्ट पेन मिला. मींस व्हाट? इसके पास इससे हमेशा एक पेन ज्यादा है, इसके पास हमेशा उससे एक पेन ज्यादा है. सो दिस इज लाइक ग्रैंडफादर, ग्रैंडफादर then child. Yes or no? Logic समझा बेटा? That means always elder, then this, always elder, then this. Now we are taking this difference as 2 pi because we are calling this as phase difference 2 pi. तो बेटा लैम्बडा के लिए अगर 2 pi है तो x के लिए होता तो कितना होता? 2 pi x by lambda. Important is phase lag. Important is वाइब्रेशन वाइज ये इससे हमेशा आगे है. कितना आगे? 2 pi. ये इससे हमेशा आगे. तो ये तो मैंने कंप्लीशन ऑफ द वेव पे लिया ना. रैंडमली पार्टिकल किधर लिया? तो लैम्बडा के लिए 2 pi था तो x के लिए कितना था? Important is phase lag बेटा. phase lag समझा? And therefore when I write the equation of displacement, ये पार्टिकल का डिस्प्लेसमेंट y है. प्लीज नोट. नाउ x means something else. x is the distance of the particle. So don't use the formula x is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha. No, you should use y is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha. Because x was displacement in the chapter oscillation. क्योंकि वो तो वैसे भी वन डायमेंशनल था. आप कुछ भी यूज करो ना, x यूज करो, y यूज करो, z यूज करो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? लेकिन यहाँ पे x का मतलब डिस्टेंस है, and that's why you should use displacement as y, because the wave is propagating along x, but the particles are vibrating along y. That means y is the displacement. So when I write the equation y is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha, ये मैंने किसके लिए लिखा है? पार्टिकल p के लिए. Therefore यहाँ पे पार्टिकल p का फेज डिफरेंस आना चाहिए. तो पार्टिकल p का फेज डिफरेंस क्या है? I am using this comment now. I am using this comment. So using star over here, what will I get? Y is equal to a sin omega t minus 2 pi x by lambda. बेटा ये माइनस साइन क्यों आया समझा? Because of the phase lag. Because of the phase lag. कॉमन सेंस अप्लाई करो. अभी जो मैंने एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया था ना, वो मैं बोर्ड पे एक्सप्लेन करता हूं. जब इसने वाइब्रेट करना शुरू किया और जब इसका एक वेव खत्म हुआ, तभी इसका एक भी वेव खत्म नहीं हुआ है ये पार्टिकल का, क्योंकि अभी तो इसको एनर्जी मिला है. ऑब्वियसली इसका भी नहीं. जब इसने एक वेव खत्म किया मतलब ये और एक खत्म कर चुका है और ये करने वाला है शुरू. जब इसने एक वेव खत्म किया मतलब इसने 2 वेव्स खत्म किए और इसने 3 वेव्स खत्म किए. अभी देखो बेटा समझेगा. यस और नो? सो दिस इज अहेड ऑफ दिस बाय 2 pi. Can I say in other words, this is behind of this by 2 pi. This is behind of this by 2 pi. This is behind of this by 4 pi. This is behind of this by 2 pi x by lambda. बेटा वो behind word important है, माइनस साइन important है. Is that clear? ये इक्वेशन में सर आपने इधर प्लस लिखा था तो फिर इधर माइनस क्यों आया? It is only and only because of phase lag. समझा बेटा? 1 by 1. हम लोग कौन से पार्टिकल की बात कर रहे हैं? पार्टिकल P. वो मेन पोजीशन से किधर है? एकदम स्टार्ट पॉइंट से किधर है वो? At a distance x. At a from the line of propagation वो किधर? At a displacement y. You have to be clear, ना? एक distance, एक displacement, एक scalar, एक vector है. Yes or no? There are multiple particles on this wave train. Series of waves is called wave train. There are multiple particles on this wave train कि जिनका displacement same है, लेकिन उनका distance कभी same नहीं हो सकता है. ये पार्टिकल का डिस्प्लेसमेंट कितना है? इसका इसका इसका. दैट मींस देयर आर मल्टीपल पार्टिकल्स की जिनका डिस्प्लेसमेंट a है, लेकिन इसका डिस्टेंस कितना है? लैम्डा बाय 4. 1/4 ऑफ a है ये. लैम्डा बाय 4. चलो इसका 5 लैम्डा बाय 4. लैम्डा बाय 4 एंड लैम्डा बोलो 9 lambda by 4. 13 lambda by 4. Lambda by 4, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21. इसका मारूंगा पकड़ के, झूठ बोला तो. वेरी गुड. लॉजिक समझा बेटा? इंपॉर्टेंट was 2 pi x by lambda. So this is our first hero of the story. This is equation of a simple harmonic progressive wave. समझा? सिर्फ और सिर्फ टीटी यही था, इसके बाद में कुछ दम नहीं है आर्टिकल में. इट इज वेरी 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 सिंपल. कैन आई रीराइट y as a sin ओमेगा की जगह पे 2 पाई बाय बड़ा टी छोटा टी एज इट इज. दिस इज 2 पाई बाय लैम्डा x एज इट इज. मैंने सिर्फ ओमेगा को रिप्लेस किया. सो कैन आई से y इज इक्वल टू a sin 2 पाई कॉमन लिया, अंदर आएगा t बाई टी माइनस x बाय लैम्डा. Yes or no? This is equation of simple harmonic progressive wave. Again, let me call this as equation 2. Third style of writing. Can I write y is equal to a sin 2 pi छोटा f t minus x by lambda, because 1 upon बड़ा t is छोटा f. Sorry. Yes or no? 1 upon बड़ा t is frequency. Yes or no? This is third style of writing it. Fourth style of writing it. Can I write this as y is equal to a sin 2 pi. Frequency is velocity upon wavelength times t minus x upon lambda. I can take lambda common and out. So the fourth style of writing it is y is equal to a sin 2 pi by lambda times vt minus x. Yes or no? एक बात ध्यान से देखो बेटा, अब तक मैंने जितने भी इक्वेशंस लिखे सब में x और t पक्का आ रहा है. सब में x और t पक्का आ रहा है. That proves that wave motion is doubly periodic. It repeats after regular intervals of space and it repeats after regular intervals of time. Right? One more, and thereafter we can go for some very very simple and beautiful multiple choice questions. Can I rewrite this as y is equal to a sin omega t minus kx? सोचो, because 2 pi by lambda is k. So this equation is said to be in terms of t and lambda. This equation is in terms of omega and k. This equation is in terms of omega and lambda. This equation is in terms of frequency and lambda. And finally this equation is in terms of v and lambda. हर एक इक्वेशन सिंपल हार्मोनिक प्रोग्रेसिव वेव है. आप इसमें से कोई भी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ब्रैकेट के अंदर जो माइनस साइन है वो क्या इंडिकेट करता है? फेस लैग. अगर ये रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में जाता, अभी मेरा वेव कैसे जा रहा है बेटा? अभी वेव कैसे जा रहा है? ऐसे जा रहा है, बराबर. सो ब्रैकेट के अंदर माइनस साइन. अगर ये वेव ऐसे जाता, अगर ये वेव ऐसे जाता, तो कहना है ब्रैकेट के अंदर सब जगह पे प्लस साइन आता. Point number 1. That means if the wave is moving along negative x direction, plus, 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 plus and plus. Very important. जरूरी नहीं है कि अपने इक्वेशन में साइन हो, कॉस भी हो सकता है बिकॉज हार्मोनिक है. जरूरी नहीं है कि यहाँ पे प्लस साइन ही हो, ये माइनस भी हो सकता है. अभी सपोज इधर भी माइनस साइन है, इसका मतलब बेटा मेरा वेव पैटर्न ऐसे शुरू हुआ था. सोचो, इसका मतलब क्या? ब्रैकेट के अंदर माइनस साइन. और इसका मतलब क्या? ए के बाजू में माइनस साइन, बिकॉज मेरा वेव ए साइन ओमेगा टी से शुरू नहीं हुआ है, माइनस ए साइन ओमेगा टी से शुरू हुआ है. व्हाट इज दिस? ये मैंने ऑसिलेशन में सिखाया था, याद करो. व्हाट इज दिस? व्हाट इज दिस? व्हाट इज दिस? एंड व्हाट इज दिस? This is of the type A sin omega t plus alpha. तो ये बेटा ग्राफ के पैटर्न्स हो गए. अगर ब्रैकेट के अंदर माइनस साइन आया तो द वेव इज प्रोपोगेटिंग अलोंग पॉजिटिव एक्स। और अगर ब्रैकेट के अंदर प्लस साइन आया तो और एक बात वो लोग बेटा जानबूझ के कंफ्यूज करने के लिए कभी कभी kx पहले देंगे ओमेगा टी बाद में देंगे, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता बिकॉज इट इज ऑल्सो टाइप साइन ऑफ माइनस थीटा विच इज माइनस साइन थीटा। जो इक्वेशन जो स्टाइल में दिया है वही स्टाइल में लेके कंपेयर करेगा। वो लोग क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछते हैं, लेट अस चेक। आर यू ऑन असाइनमेंट 2? Are you on assignment 2? If you can help me with page number. Are you on page 87? Are you on page 87? देखो बेटा क्या स्टाइल में लोग क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, सुपर इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस, वेरी इजी। Look at question number 2 please. Look at question number 2. Y is equal to 0.3 sin 314t minus 1.57x. Does it look like this? मुझे जरा थर्ड प्रॉब्लम का, थर्ड है कि सेकंड? जरा मुझे एक जन खाली डेटा बोलो, कोई भी एक जन बोलो। Y is equal to 0.3
sin 314t
ओके
minus 1.57.
अब एकदम ध्यान से सुनो बेटा, ये उन्होंने दिया। अब ये 5 में से मेरे लिए कौन सा सुटेबल है? ये वाला, क्योंकि ये इसके जैसा दिखता है। कैन आई से दिस बिकम्स एम्पलीट्यूड, दिस बिकम्स ओमेगा, दिस बिकम्स के, मतलब मुझे चाहिए वो सब मिलेगा। मान लो उन्होंने मुझे एम्पलीट्यूड पूछा, मेरा आंसर आया 0.3। मान लो उन्होंने मुझे ओमेगा पूछा, मेरा आंसर आया 314। मान लो उन्होंने मुझे फ्रीक्वेंसी पूछा, इट इज ओमेगा अपॉन 2 पाई, दैट मींस इट इज 314 अपॉन 6.28, दैट मींस इट इज 50 हर्ट्ज। मान लो उन्होंने मुझे टाइम पूछा 1/50 0.02। मान लो उन्होंने मुझे वेलोसिटी ऑफ द वेव पूछा, इज इट ओमेगा बाय, राइट, v इज इक्वल टू ओमेगा बाय k। ओमेगा कितना है 314, k कितना था 1.57 का डबल 3.14। माय आंसर मस्ट बी ट्रू। कितना सिंपल क्वेश्चन। और दो तीन देखो। आर यू ऑन क्वेश्चन नंबर 7? Does it not sound like a sin bracket omega t plus kx minus के बदले प्लस क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That means that wave must be traveling along negative x direction. और एक देखो, are you on question number 9? y is equal to 2 sin 2 pi bracket 100t minus x upon 30. Does it look like the red one? बराबर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 में उल्टा पूछा है। अब तक वो लोग इक्वेशन देते थे, वैल्यूज पूछते थे। अभी वैल्यूज दिया है, बोला इक्वेशन ढूंढो, यस और नो। चेक करो बराबर ना। तो उसमें देखो इक्वेशन बनाने को बोला है। ऐसे थोड़ी कोई पढ़ता है, बुक का डिस्टेंस ऑफ डिस्टिंग्विशन 5 सेंटीमीटर पे पढ़ने को होता है तेरे को, चंपक चाचा। हाँ, गांव से आया दिख रहा हूँ मैं, एंगल से, कोई भी एंगल से। ऐसे तुझे क्यों, मैं तेरा बुक पे ऐसा सर है और तू बोल रहा तू पढ़ रहा है। हाँ, ऐसा पढ़ के बता जरा मुझे। इट इज डिफाइंड नेचर, नो ह्यूमन आई कैन रीड लाइक दिस। समझा? चल, यू आर बैक टू थियरी नोट्स। करवा रहा हूँ अभी ये सब क्वेश्चंस करवा रहा हूँ। When you are busy reading, I will write the numbers on the board. What all questions you can solve on the basis of my board work. Okay, your time starts. Page number 6, 7 and part of 8. 6, 7 and part of 8.
Sir, 5, 6 and part of 7, no?
5, 6 and part of 7. Sorry. 5, 6 and part of 7. Your time starts. So was very easy. कहाँ तक पहुँचे बेटा? आराम से, no problem. If you are done, let me know. If you are done, let me know. अब एकदम ध्यान से बेटा. We have these equations. We have this equations. We have this equation. We have this equation. On the basis of this, we can solve all these questions. मैं हर एक लेक्चर को ना ऐसे कैटेगराइज करने वाला हूँ. Best way of studying also. Divide the chapter in small parts. Finish type wise. तो आप लोग अभी अपने बुक का पेज 1 हमेशा यूज करोगे हर एक लेक्चर में. इधर क्या लिख देगा? होमवर्क गिवन इन लेक्चर नंबर 1. होमवर्क गिवन इन लेक्चर नंबर 2, 3. मतलब यहाँ पे आप हर एक लेक्चर का होमवर्क लिखोगे, राइट? और वो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में कंपल्सरी करके ही आना है. इज दैट क्लियर? मैं ये शुरू कर रहा हूँ. जितना तक मैं पहुंचा वो क्लास वर्क हुआ, बाकी सब करके आना. प्रीवियस बैचेस में मैं 1 to 12 तक गया हूँ, राइट? तो इसके बाद का जितना भी है ये सब खुद से करके आने का, वर्किंग स्पेस में पेंसिल से करने का, राइट? बिफोर आई स्टार्ट विद द न्यू टॉपिक इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर, आई विल फर्स्ट डिस्कस ऑल द डाउट्स ऑफ दिस एंड देन आई विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. आज मैंने जो वैक्सिंग वाइनिंग बोला ना, लाउड साउंड, सॉफ्ट साउंड, लाउड, वो मेरा नेक्स्ट लेक्चर है. लेकिन वो स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं ये डाउट्स क्लियर करूंगा, राइट? आई विल नॉट गिव यू एनी डोंकी वर्क. इट विल बी एमसीक्यूज एंड ओनली एमसीक्यूज. एंड प्रैक्टिकली हर एक लेक्चर में प्रिपेयर्ड रहना. मैं डिसीजन लूंगा, कभी 5 क्वेश्चन का, कभी 10 क्वेश्चन का, कभी 20 क्वेश्चन का, डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ मच आई हैव कवर्ड, राइट? आई टोल्ड यू बिफोर ऑल्सो, एंड में जो चैप्टर्स होते हैं उसका थोड़ा कम रिवीजन का चांस मिलता है, राइट? बट द बेस्ट पार्ट इज ऑल दिस लास्ट 3 बुक्स, वर्क, पावर, एनर्जी एंड कोलिजन, सरफेस टेंशन भी उसी में भी, उसमें भी मैंने मेरे ही नोट्स भेजे केशव सर, राइट? तो यू विल गेट दैट. हाँ, आईपैड नोट्स बेटा मैंने हाईलाइट करके भेजा है, बहुत अच्छे से दिया. शुरू करें? चल, आर यू ऑल ऑन असाइनमेंट 2? ये नंबर्स नोट डाउन किए? Have you noted down these numbers properly? ये सब करके आना नेक्स्ट टाइम. Question number 1, assignment number 2. Question number 1, assignment number 2. वो बेटा रखूंगा मैं बोर्ड पे, ये पार्ट में रब नहीं करने वाला, मैं रखूंगा बोर्ड पे। The maximum particle velocity is equal to the wave velocity. Everybody here, as per the language, what does this mean? What does this mean? Maximum velocity of the particle, maximum velocity of the particle is matching with wave velocity, right? Can I say maximum particle velocity is a omega? Particle velocity is omega root of a square minus y square, but maximum particle velocity is a omega, mean position पे, SHL. This is f lambda. So can I say a omega is 2 pi f is f lambda. F is gone. That gives me lambda is equal to 2 pi a. Is the answer. That means the answer is option A. आप लोगों को मालूम है ज्यादातर एम्पलीट्यूड मैं कैपिटल ए लिखता हूँ. I normally avoid small a because that may stand for acceleration. Frequency को मैं f लिखता हूँ, small f. They use n. N stands for number of turns in a coil. Chapter magnetic effect of electric current. तो एक ही इक्वेशन में दोनों आते हैं, f भी आता है, n भी आता है. EMI में एक फॉर्मूला आएगा, पीक EMF इज ओमेगा NAB. अब ये n का मतलब है नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स इन अ कॉइल. अब अगर मैं इसको भी 2 पाई n लिखता हूँ, देन देयर इज अ चांस कि मैं इसको n स्क्वायर लिखूंगा. ये फ्रीक्वेंसी है, ये नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स है. सो नॉर्मली आई डोंट प्रेफर ओमेगा इज 2 पाई n. आई प्रेफर इट एज f just to avoid confusion. That's it. First problem समझा बेटा? Problem number 2. Problem number 2. हाँ, लेकिन आप लोगों ने किया कि नहीं वो? आप लोगों ने सॉल्व किया ना वो? ठीक है. Problem number 3. अब इसमें थोड़ा कुछ नया दिख रहा है. It sounds like a sin omega t minus kx plus alpha. एक बात हमेशा ध्यान में रखने का, टाइम का पार्टनर is omega and x का partner is k. Remember that. Time का partner is omega and x का partner is k. Will you please help me with the equation of third question? Somebody? 7
Sin.
Okay.
7 pi t.
7 pi t. Okay.
Minus 0.04.
Minus 0.04
Pi x.
pi x. Okay.
Plus pi by 3.
Plus pi by 3. अब ध्यान से सुनो बेटा. Does this equation sound like a sin omega t minus kx plus alpha? तो ओमेगा कितना हुआ? 7 पाई. k कितना हुआ? 0.04 पाई. पूछा क्या है? Velocity of the wave. Can I say k is equal to omega by v? So can I say v is equal to omega by k? So this is 7 pi upon 0.04 pi. Pi. This is 700 upon 4. My answer is 175 meter per second. My answer is 175 meter per second. Very interesting problems or no? ये पूरा चैप्टर ही क्यूट है. Finished copying third one.
In this equation, the phase lag will be 0.04 pi x plus pi by 2 or
Only 0.04 pi x. क्योंकि वो x के साथ का टर्म है.
so pi by 3 से क्या?
वो तेरा इनिशियल फेज है, इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ टाइम एंड स्पेस बोथ. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन बेटा उल्लू बनाने के लिए दिया है. Amplitude of the wave is independent of x. For a wave, what all things remain constant? Amplitude, period, wavelength, frequency, velocity, unless and until medium changes. तो डिस्टेंस x हो 3x हो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. कॉमन सेंस अप्लाई करो बेटा. इधर देखो, इधर देखो. उन्होंने क्या बोला है? कि अगर ये डिस्टेंस x था तो एम्पलीट्यूड a था, तो अगर ये डिस्टेंस x x एंड x है मतलब 3x है तो एम्पलीट्यूड कितना होगा? उतना ही होगा। अरे बॉस ये कोई भी डिस्टेंस रहने दो ना, ये डिस्टेंस मान लो 1.534x है तो भी उससे एम्पलीट्यूड को क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आंसर इज सेम।
So, but when we say intensity is inversely proportional to distance square, so intensity is directly proportional to amplitude square. So amplitude will be inversely proportional.
उसमें फिर सिर्फ वो पॉइंट नहीं ले सकते, उसमें फिर स्पेस डिफरेंस लेके 2πx/λ वाला पॉइंट लेना पड़ता। यू कैन नॉट टेक ओनली दैट पॉइंट। इंटेंसिटी का एकदम फाइनल मोस्ट इक्वेशन इन साउंड वेव्स इज गोइंग टू बी 2π² f² ρ वेलोसिटी। मतलब उसमें बहुत सारे पैरामीटर्स हैं, यस और नो। सो उसमें खाली प्रोपोर्शनलिटी लेके हम लोग ये बोलते हैं कि the amplitude is triple what is the new intensity, या तो if the distance is half. Over here this is the property of a wave, so it has got nothing to do with x. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 किसके जैसा दिख रहा है? मैंने बोला वैसे साइन कॉस से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, है ना? हार्मोनिक इक्वेशन है तो साइन कॉस कुछ भी आ सकता है। Will somebody please help me with the equation y is equal to 0.0015 okay sin है कि cos?
साइन है
okay
ब्रैकेट 62.8x प्लस 3160
3160 t
t हाँ
okay does it look like y is equal to a sin kx plus omega t? क्या पूछा है?
वेवलेंथ
वेवलेंथ। तो हमको सिर्फ k की जरूरत है, सोचो, because k is 2π/λ, so 62.8 is 2π/λ, so λ is 6.28 upon 62.8. Your answer is 1/10.1. करना जो भी यूज करना है, मुझे ये इजी लगा। जो इक्वेशन में मैं कोई मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ये 5 में से जो पसंद आता है करो। यू वांट टू यूज सेकंड इक्वेशन?
उसमें एक्चुअली का पॉइंट एग्जैक्ट नहीं आएगा पॉइंट।
क्यों इसमें पॉइंट एग्जैक्टली नहीं आ रहा?
नहीं सेकंड इक्वेशन में।
हाँ
उसमें if you see 1/25
मुझे तो ये इजी लगा। अब तो योर बुक योर मेथड नो प्रॉब्लम। चलो बेटा सिक्स्थ क्वेश्चन अभी इसमें कॉस है, ध्यान से देखो, स्टैंडर्ड इक्वेशन नहीं है क्योंकि मुझे पाई दिख रहा है। कॉस के साथ मुझे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, साइन कॉस दोनों चलेगा, लेकिन पाई के साथ प्रॉब्लम, तो पाई मैं अंदर लेके जाऊंगा। Will somebody please help me with the equation? Y is equal to 3 cos पाई बाहर है। नेक्स्ट
100t minus h
अब ध्यान से सुनो स्टूडेंट्स, कैन आई राइट दिस इज 3 cos 100 पाई t माइनस पाई x। ध्यान से देखो, दो चीजें चेंज की है उन्होंने, राइट? ठीक है, डायरेक्ट ये ओमेगा हो गया, टाइम का पार्टनर कौन? ओमेगा, और x का पार्टनर कौन? k। क्या पूछा गया है? सॉरी पपलू, k is pi, 2π/λ is pi, pi λ is 2। वेलोसिटी पूछा होता तो ओमेगा बाई के, वेलोसिटी पूछा होता तो ओमेगा बाई के। सो 100 पाई अपॉन पाई, आंसर वुड बी 100। बराबर। एट क्वेश्चन खुद से कर पाओगे? चलो करो, 8th वन। 8 अच्छा 7 बाकी है, पपलू है। ओमेगा कितना है? 100। अब ओमेगा इज 100, 2π f is 100, f is 100 upon 2π, 50 upon pi। 7th क्वेश्चन इजी कर लो। Comparing omega is 100, 2π f is 100, f is 100 upon 2π। आया सबको 7 8 1 क्या करोगे इसमें बताओ? पाई अंदर डालो, परफेक्ट, वेरी गुड। चलो गुड लक, करो खुद से करो बेटा।
सर 2 बाहर निकाल के a sin 2 by फिर ft minus x by lambda।
कुछ भी चले, इसमें से तुमको जो कंफर्टेबल है यूज करो। सिर्फ ये देखो कि टाइम किधर बचता है, विच इज द फास्टेस्ट वन टू कंपेयर, बस खत्म। ये सब के सब इंटरडिपेंडेंट ही है ना, ये मालूम था करके ये आया, ये मालूम था करके ये आया, कोई भी यूज करो, नो प्रॉब्लम। 8 वाले में इफ आई टेक पाई इनसाइड, मुझे k का वैल्यू मिल रहा है 0.01 पाई और मुझे ओमेगा का वैल्यू मिल रहा है 2 पाई। करेक्ट? कितना आंसर आ रहा है? क्या बात कर रहे हो? चलो इक्वेशन बोलो, इक्वेशन बोलो। y is equal to 0.01
0 नहीं सर, y is equal to 10 sin pi
10 sin pi
bracket 0.01 x
0.01 x
minus 2t
-2t। मस्त उल्लू बना है इस बार। x पहले लिया, t बाद में लिया। x पहले लिया, t बाद में लिया। इधर x बाद में था, t पहले था। बी केयरफुल, बी केयरफुल। इज इट 100? सॉरी 10 साइन ऑफ 0.01 पाई x माइनस 2 पाई t, तो ये हो गया ओमेगा और ये हो गया k। पूछा क्या है?
वेलोसिटी ऑफ प्रोपगेशन ऑफ पार्टिकल पूछा।
पार्टिकल का वेलोसिटी पूछा है। डूब मरो चुल्लू भर पानी में। वेव वेलोसिटी नहीं पूछा है, पार्टिकल वेलोसिटी पूछा है, वो भी मैक्सिमम। इज इट ए ओमेगा? ए कितना है? 10। ओमेगा कितना है? 2 पाई। आंसर शुड बी 62.8। प्रॉब्लम मीटर में कि सेंटीमीटर में? ये वेव इक्वेशन के बाहर वो लोग देंगे या सेंटीमीटर सेकेंड या तो मीटर सेकेंड। ओके, सो दिस मींस 63 सेंटीमीटर्स पर सेकेंड अप्रोक्सीमेटली। मस्त क्वेश्चन था, खोपड़ी मार्क करो। आंसर पहले क्या आया था? सॉरी, रुको,
C को 200 करना।
ऑप्शन दिल्ली को 200 करो, क्योंकि एक आंसर जब अपना मैच होता है तो हम लोग खुश हो जाते हैं और फिर आगे सोचते नहीं। बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन था, खोपड़ी मार्क करो। 8 क्वेश्चन खोपड़ी। ये कमेंट खास लिखना, ये नहीं पूछा था। क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 खुद से कर लेना, 3-4 लाइन छोड़ दो, इसके साथ कंपेयर करो मेरे सजेशन के हिसाब से, बाकी जिधर कंपेयर करना। क्वेश्चन नंबर 10, इट लुक्स लाइक 7th, I think so. Does it sound like a sin omega t plus kx? 9th और 10th खुद से करो। चलो करो, अभी करो, खत्म करो। 9th और 10th खत्म करो। आई एम वेटिंग। आया? 9th और 10th दोनों आया क्या? नाइन्थ और 10th में हेल्प रिक्वायर्ड। अब तक क्या होता था, वो लोग इक्वेशन देते थे, पैरामीटर्स पूछते थे, लाइक व्हाट इज एक्सेलरेशन, या तो व्हाट इज एम्पलीट्यूड, व्हाट इज लैम्बडा, व्हाट इज वेव वेलोसिटी. नाउ दे हैव गिवन पैरामीटर्स एंड दे वांट यू टू सेट अप इक्वेशन. अब एकदम ध्यान से देखो, हैव दे गिवन टाइम पीरियड 0.02. चारों के चारों ऑप्शन में मुझे एक ही ऑप्शन में ये डिनोमिनेटर में 0.02 दिख रहा है, बाकी तीनों में नहीं दिख रहा है. मतलब बाकी तीनों मुझे देखने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. My answer is Bombay. I repeat. 11th question में do I see time period is 0.02? अभी मुझे एक ही जगह पे 0.02 दिख रहा है, बाकी सब जगह पे टाइम का वैल्यू गलत है. So that itself is my answer. Are we on 12th question? पूछने का स्टाइल मस्त था. A tuning fork is having frequency 320 Hz and the speed of sound is 352. How many vibrations does the tuning fork perform while the sound wave covers 220 meters? Common sense apply करो. What is the meaning of lambda? Distance covered in one wave. Is it V by F? Stop writing. Is it 352 upon 320? Right? 32 tens are 32 11s are. That means wavelength is 1.1 meter. अब ध्यान से देखो, number of waves, distance covered. एक वेव में लैम्बडा, and lambda is 1.1 meter. So 220 मीटर कवर करने के लिए इसको कितना वेव्स चाहिए? So can I say question mark is 220 upon 1.1, 200 वेव्स चाहिए. समझा? चलो next. A source of frequency 500 Hz emits wavelength of 0.2. Frequency is 500 Hz. Wavelength is 0.2. Yes or no? So velocity कितना हुआ बेटा? F lambda. That is 500 into 0.2. So can I say velocity is 100 meters per second? How long does it take to travel 300 meters? Paplu. Time is distance upon speed. Time is distance upon speed. Distance covered is 300 with the speed 100. Time taken will be 3 seconds. Time taken will be 3 seconds. Class question. Class. Concentrate. If a wave travels 50 wavelengths in 0.1 second, 50 wavelengths in 0.1 second, तो एक वेव को खत्म होने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? 0.1 upon 50, 1 upon 500. Yes or no? And that will be 0.002 seconds. तो ये पीरियड हुआ कि नहीं? This is period. Then the time taken by the particle of the medium to move from mean position to extreme. ध्यान से सुनो, ये एक वेव हुआ, ये मीन पोजीशन हुआ, तो फिर ये एक्सट्रीम हुआ, क्योंकि ये नियरेस्ट एक्सट्रीम है. अगर कोई स्टूडेंट ये मीन लेता है तो उसके लिए ये नियरेस्ट एक्सट्रीम हुआ, तो इसको कितना टाइम लगेगा? वेरी गुड. स्मॉल t इज इक्वल टू t by 4. So is it 0.002 upon 4? 2 into 10 to minus 3 upon 4. 20 into 10 to minus 4 upon 4. 5 into 10 to minus 4 seconds. पूछने का स्टाइल मस्त है. समझा कि वापिस बोलो. 50 waves are completed in 0.1 second. So one wave is completed in periodic time. And then the time taken should be 1/4 of period. इसको बेटा होल्ड में रखो, ये टॉपिक मैं करवाऊंगा नेक्स्ट टाइम. 15th और 16th को पेंसिल से सर्कल करो, क्योंकि ये मैंने बाकी के बैचेस में करवाया नहीं है. अपने पास टाइम है वैसे, 5 मिनट का आर्टिकल है, बट बाकी 3 बैचेस में मैंने नहीं करवाया है. तो 15, 16, 17, 18 होल्ड पे रखो. 19th पकड़ो. Frequency of the wave remains unchanged when it is reflected or refracted, because it is the property of the source. 15, 16, 17, 18 होल्ड पे रखो. 19th में the answer is it remains unchanged whether it is reflected or refracted, because it is the property of the source. 20 भी होल्ड पे रखना पड़ेगा, because when a transverse wave falls on a denser boundary, what happens? Rarer boundary, what happens? I will explain. It will take 5 minutes only in the next lecture. Question 21. Echo is the repetition of speaker's own words which is caused by multiple reflections. Answer is reflection. 22. The human ear cannot distinguish between two sound notes if the time interval is 0.1 second. It is less than 1 second. We call this phenomenon as persistence of sound. Right? You will not be able to understand two sound notes if they come very fast. That means if they come within 100 milliseconds, 1/10 of a second is 100 milliseconds. Your brain won't be able to visualize, understand that. Same is the problem with light also. That is called persistence of vision. 23. In constructive interference of sound, the resultant intensity obviously is maximum. Answer is A. 24. In interference phenomenon, come on, what are the properties for steady interference to take place? Coherent sources. Most important is coherent. Answer is Delhi. Question number 25. When two identical progressive waves are superimposed, then the velocity of the wave, velocity will remain unchanged. Intensity will change. At the time of constructive, amplitude will be double. Intensity will be 4 times. 26 मैंने बोला है ना, लेकिन क्विंस एक्सपेरिमेंट करवाया नहीं. निकाल दो 26 निकाल दो. बराबर. ये सब क्वेश्चन बेटा आप लोग ट्राई करके आओ, सॉल्व करके आओ. इनफैक्ट बी वेरी श्योर दैट व्हाटएवर होमवर्क इज असाइन्ड टू यू, यू आर सॉल्विंग इट एंड कमिंग, because in that case I can save your lectures also. We stop here. Bye bye.